Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Jonathan, and in this video we're going to be taking a closer look at the Galaxy S6 Edge and the Galaxy S6's camera. Samsung has always been known for having great cameras on their smartphones. When it comes to Android, they have one of the best, if not the best, optics available. Well, the Galaxy S6 Edge and the Galaxy S6 continue that legacy by packing a 16 megapixel camera on the front with optical image stabilization and an aperture of f1.9. On the front, you're looking at a 5 megapixel camera with the same aperture of f1.9, and it is able to capture Quad HD video. So that's a wrap up of the hardware of the camera. Let's go ahead and dive into the software and take a look at it, and I'll give you the rundown. Since the release of the Galaxy Note 4, Samsung did a great job at toning back the camera software, making it less intrusive and much easier and user friendly. And if you take a look at the S6 Edge and the S6, it is even easier than the Note 4, and it's very simplistic and very minimal. Now don't get me wrong, there are still a ton of features built into the camera software. However, instead of them being blatantly out in the open, you have to dig a little bit to find them. This is good for the people that don't really use them frequently and just want to use the camera. In the settings, you can change your picture resolution, as you can see here, and you can also change your video resolution from 4K UHD all the way down to VGA if you need to save some space. You have a new added option of tracking, which is an amazing feature for mobile phones to have. What it does is it allows you to focus on a subject, and no matter if that subject moves or if you move, the autofocusing system will track that subject, keeping them in focus. It works extremely well for stills and okay for videos. Sometimes it focuses in and out, ruining the entire video clip. You also have video stabilization, which cannot be used in conjunction with tracking. This really isn't a big deal, since if you're tracking a subject, usually you're pretty much still and the subject is moving, but some people may have issues with this that like to track a subject, like maybe when they're walking. Also, it's important to mention that if you're recording anything above standard 1080p, including 1080p 60 frames per second, you cannot use several options, including video stabilization. Quick launch is another awesome and really useful feature. If you double press the home button, no matter where you're at, if your screen is turned off or if it's turned on, the camera is going to launch really fast. Compared to the standard swipe up on the iPhone or prior Galaxy models, it blows it away when it comes to opening speed. Going inside the modes tab, you have different options such as Pro mode, which gives you a ton of manual controls. This includes exposure controls, your ISO controls, white balance, manual focusing, filters, and you can save all of your settings to quickly launch them on the fly. Selective Focus is something that's been carried over before, and it works pretty good. It allows you to change the focus area after you've taken the picture. Next up, you have Panorama, which is self-explanatory. Then you have the slow motion and fast motion video capture, which is limited to 720p. I'd like to see this at 1080, but most mobile phones only record it at 720, so it's really not that big of a deal. Virtual shot is similar to Panorama, allowing you to capture an object by circling around it, giving it a 3D effect. Rear camera selfie is something I downloaded extra, but what it does is it allows you to capture a selfie using the rear camera by using face detection. The front-facing camera has its own set of settings for picture quality and video resolution as well. For stills, you can shoot from 5 megapixels down to 0.3 megapixels, and video ranging from Quad HD down to VGA. You also have several other settings for video stabilization and gestures, different things. Just take a look through the settings and you'll find a ton. You can also use the heart rate monitor on the back to snap a photo rather than having to push the button on the display or use the volume button. Well, that does it for the walkthrough. Go ahead and sit back and enjoy these beautiful 4K video clips and stills from my Easter Sunday sunrise.